Minister. All right, let's cut across to the audio. The Prime Minister is in Cyprus. Now, before he goes in for the G7 meeting, the Prime Minister is in Cyprus, becoming the first Indian Prime Minister to visit the Mediterranean island nation in 23 years. It's a significant visit to Cyprus because of the strategic importance that it has as well. In a clear message to Turkey, the Prime Minister has decided to visit Cyprus, and this is the first three-nation tour of the Prime Minister, first visit abroad after Operation Sindoor. Now, after Turkey had given its support, military support included, to Pakistan, the Prime Minister is in Cyprus in a very clear message to Turkey, and the Prime Minister was accorded a safe welcome as he arrived there. He will be meeting the business heads there as well. Senior Consulting Editor Srinjoy Chaudhary joins us on the broadcast with the details. Srinjoy, we're getting live visuals of the Prime Minister after being accorded the highest honor in Cyprus. Meetings underway. Take us through the significance of the meeting of the Prime Minister, the first visit to a foreign nation after Operation Sindoor.
You rightly spoke about Operation Sindoor. The point is, during Operation Sindoor, Pakistan got active help from Turkey. It's one thing to sell another country weapons. That's all right. But when the Pakistani eye in the sky went down, or rather it was destroyed by Indian forces, Turkey immediately sent its own. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't just mean buying and selling weapons. It suggests very active collaboration. And this is something India has not forgotten. Because when Turkey had a serious earthquake and lots of people were affected, the first country that sent help was India. Now, we are fighting a near war, and you send weapons for immediate use to Pakistan. That's something India is quite sore about. But the point in this case is that where is Cyprus? Where is Greece? They are all very close to Turkey. And Cyprus itself is divided by the Green Line. North of the Green Line is the Cyprus Prime Minister has gone to. South of the Green Line is Turkish held. And this is a clear message to Turkey that we have friends in the Mediterranean, in the Eastern Mediterranean, and they are Greece and they are Cyprus.
Absolutely. And Srinjoy, apart from a clear signal to Turkey, it's also significant because Cyprus is also seen as a gateway to the Mediterranean as well as Europe. And while trade talks of India, as we speak of it, Cyprus becomes extremely significant, becoming a gateway for Indian businesses entering the European nation.
This will be more useful when IMEC is in place. The India, Middle East, Europe corridor. When that comes in place, then countries like Turkey will be overruled, really, and Greece and Cyprus and maybe one or two other countries, maybe even Egypt, will come into play. And this is something which has been held up only because of the war in West Asia. The day the war ends and things come to normal, then all these railroads in that area, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and so on and so forth, will be done. Then the shipping will go straight to Cyprus and straight to Greece.
Okay, so the Prime Minister's choice of Cyprus for his first visit after Operation Sindoor is a signal to Turkey, because Cyprus has been engaged in territorial disputes with Turkey. And more importantly, as the Prime Minister arrived in the nation, Srinjoy, he was also not just accorded a very grand ceremonial welcome, but it was also greeted at the airport by the President. So, in fact, the Prime Minister had also spoken about how he was touched by the special gesture of being welcomed at the airport, underlining how Cyprus has been a friend of India in its times of need for several decades now.
Yes, of course. Cyprus has stood by us. 1998, when India went nuclear, Cyprus stood by us. These are things India does not forget. The French stood by us in 1998, and the French remain very close friends. So the whole point I'm making is that Cyprus is a very old, very loyal friend, and it's only natural that Prime Minister goes there.
Absolutely. In fact, Cyprus has been a significant source of foreign direct investment in India as well. And during the visit, the Prime Minister has also addressed a business roundtable where he spoke about India's commitment to deepening economic ties, highlighting India's economic trajectory as well. And India being one of the fastest growing economies, it is equation or a friendship with Cyprus that Cyprus also knows is very, very significant for its trade ties, and it has spoken about it. The Prime Minister after this will also be attending the G7 summit. That's also going to be extremely significant, apart from the bilaterals that are expected during the meeting as well. And Srinjoy, we'll come back to you for those updates through the day. For now, quick break. We'll be right back.